What's up? My name is Andrew Lazaruk, and this is my bike. These are Demolition Axis grips. I cut them down to about the size of my hand just because I don't like having extra bars sticking out to the side to get caught up on my shirt doing tables and stuff like that. Underneath the grips I have the United KOD bars. They're 8.7 inches tall, and I cut those down too. I cut them to 27 inches wide. Again, like, I don't like super wide bars, but for me 27 feels perfect. It's a width that's always felt good for me. For like the tricks I do, like tabletops and turn downs and stuff like that, like for me those tricks never felt that good with super wide bars, and I've kind of experimented with different widths, but for me 27's been perfect, and I've been running them like that for quite a while now. The Demolition rig stem, which is the Dennis Anderson signature stem, and a Demolition headset underneath that. United Dinero forks, I like those a lot. They have a little bit mellower offset. They're not as steep as like a lot of the more street focused forks out today, but for the type of stuff I ride, they feel really good. Also in the front end, it's a Demolition Ghost hub laced up to Demolition Zero rim with a Demolition Hammerhead tire on it. I run the street version of the Hammerhead tire in 2.25 inches wide. I don't personally like super wide tires. I feel the slightly narrower ones feel better for me and the type of things I ride. I feel like they just roll a little bit faster. Demolition bipolar pegs and the plastic slider hub guard. For me, the reason why I run plastics is, again, just given like the stuff I ride, which is a lot of pools and pool coping, and for rougher stuff like that, they slide better, and also like things like that, you're not damaging the coping as much anyways too, but really just because they slide a lot better. I run the United Prime Mover frame, which is a collab they did with Bicycle Union, and I run the 21-inch top tube. I've ran 21-inch frames forever. It feels super good. I like that length a lot, and I run my back end pulled back a little bit. Right now it sits at about 14 inches, which is longer than a lot of frames and the way people have their bike set up, but for me and what I ride, I feel like the longer back end feels a little bit better and more stable, especially for like doing manuals at any type of speed. I feel like I can't do that with a super short back end. A United slim tripod seat. I'm a fan of how tripods look, and I really like the slimness of the seat. Demolition seat post clamp underneath that with the United tripod seat post. Demolition Revolt cranks in 175. I know a lot of people are running shorter cranks nowadays, but I've always ran 175 and just feels good, and I don't really see, for me, a need to switch that up. Demolition Mugatu Sprocket, and I run the 28 tooth. Again, that's something I've been running for quite a while, and I feel 28 just feels a little bit better to me. You can get a little bit more speed quicker. Demolition plastic Trooper pedals. Used to only run metal pedals, but now I've run plastics for the last couple of years, and I really like them, even for riding trails and stuff. When your feet get a little dirty and muddy, I find these still grip super well, and I feel like being plastic and not metal, you do have that slight bit of extra cushion when you land hard. And I've been a fan of them. I don't think I'll go back to metal anytime soon. Demolition Rogue cassette hub. I've been running a cassette forever. I don't think I'll ever go to free coaster anytime soon. For me, I don't see how it would benefit my riding at all. I have another Demolition Hammerhead tire on the back as well, 2.25 again, and another Demolition bipolar peg on the back with the hub guard on the hub as well. And this is a United Supreme half-link chain holding that all together. The only like special mods I do to my bike are just cut the bars and grips down. Everything else is super stock right out the box. That's pretty much it. Nothing else is cut down. Everything else is just straight out the box how it is. Thanks a lot to United and Demolition. This is honestly my favorite bike that I've ridden in the last couple of years. It feels super good. Stoked on it, and thanks to those guys for keeping me rolling.